Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a match where I play Mercy and Moira on Rialto. This is the second video in my series that I'm doing where I share with you what the mindset is of a low-ranked player regarding Overwatch matches and the thought processes and reasons behind why I do things. As always, if you are a higher ranking player in Overwatch, I'd love your feedback. You can post it down in the comments. If you like this video, just make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead with the match. Alright, so this is Rialto. Start out with Mercy here. We do have an Ana, so whenever I have a support that can do a decent amount of heals, like Ana, I will try to focus the DPS more on my team and leave the tanks to the other support. My other DPS for this first round is a Widow and a Genji. Genji's dive, Widow's poke, and then Ana's like poke. She can work on dive too, and then Zarya and Reinhardt are brawl. So I'm just damage boosting the Widow here. Even though the Widow has a bunch of damage already, I don't think it's necessarily bad to damage boost a Widow, especially if she hits a body shot. It'll be 30% more damage to the body shot than without the damage boost. And it's hard for me as Mercy to play up close over this bridge because there's no like hard cover to me to really use. I could have rezzed the Widow there because we have close spawn, so my team would have been able to spawn, and Widow is going to just stay on the high ground anyway. So if I would have rezzed there, I believe it would have been more wise, because then she would have been able to do more damage to the enemy team. Our Ana dies here, but our tanks and team are pushed up to the choke, so I'm able to push up with them. I don't do a good job healing here. I see that I maintain damage boost a lot. I must have not been aware that my Ana had died, or remembered that she died, even though I saw her soul. I have such the mindset of trying to improve as a support that whenever I play Mercy, I'm trying to damage boost a lot. And I must have just forgotten. Playing around hard cover as Mercy. Trying to maintain beam uptime, even if it's just my Ana or Zarya, and always having it on damage boost unless healing is necessary. We get 2 picks here, even though we lose our Zarya. We have closer spawn than the enemy team does, so I Valk here. I didn't feel like any of my DPS was in close range to damage the Baptiste yet, so I utilized that time to go ahead and pull out my pistol to maybe get some of his health low, so that way when he was in range of our DPS, I could just switch to the damage boost, which is what I did, and the Genji was able to kill the Baptiste. Staying in cover because of the enemy soldier visor, and then getting out safely. We lost too many at that point. One thing that I'm trying to get better at, that you can see that I don't do well in this video, is that I don't switch heroes if I'm still alive. At this point in the match, I don't think Mercy's doing a good job. So I would have wanted to switch to like a Lucio or a Moira or even a Zenyatta rather than Mercy, but I have the outdated mindset to where I think I can only switch if I die. But in reality, if my whole team is dead, I can just take that time to walk back to spawn while they are respawning, change my character, and then play a character that's better suited for the match. That's one thing that I do not do well this match. I do very well of staying alive, which I think is important, but I don't do well of switching characters.
Let's get you back out there. Damage increase. Let's get you back in the fight.
I think Mercy is a great support to run on this map if your team is running a poke comp, but since my team is not really running poke besides the Widow in the beginning, the Echo, and then the Soldier, this didn't really work out. I think a Moira or even a Zenyatta would have been better here. The Lucio would have been great. Unless I'm wrong with that. We're down 3 at this point, I believe, so our group is in order. My Ana gets separated from the team here. She requests healing, but I'm not able to get to her. So I'm just damage boosting our Soldier. Unfortunately, my team gets shattered. And then they're able to get picks off of that.
60 seconds remaining.
Damage increase.
Tactical visor activated.
Don't let up on them.
Damage boost the Soldier while he's nanoed and he's running visor.
In my day, we'd have this payload delivered already.
Seconds remaining.
Connection ongoing. We're running out of time. Where does it go?
Younger than.
This is my fault for being in bad position here. If I wasn't in bad position here, I could have either avoided the Sigma ult entirely, or I would have still been in it, but my health would have been full when I first get caught up in it, to where I would have been able to survive it after the slam down. But because I was in a bad position and got damaged before the Sigma ult happened, I died, and that's my fault. Alright, so with matches like this, if I have a Reinhardt specifically that I feel like is being aggressive, which he should be, and is just up in the enemy's faces, I will go Moira, because she's a brawl support, to where I can just stand behind the Reinhardt and be able to keep him up while he's damaging and killing a lot of people. So that is what my mindset is going into this next round.
Lucio, I never realized your father was the one who invented Vishka's sonic technology.
We have a Doom, Moira, Lucio, Zarya, and Symmetra. Doom's dive, he's going to be playing on his own, pretty much. Symmetra is going to be most likely playing with the team, and Ryan and Zarya are going to be playing together. And Lucio, I believe, should be playing with the team. But obviously not every Lucio does that. Some Lucios do a really good job playing solo and just diving on their own. So my mindset is just to stick behind hard cover and stay with my Reinhardt. I get dove here by the Wrecking Ball and then the Tracer. So I'm definitely going to be dealing with the person that's diving my backline. My Zarya does a really good job of healing for her support, which is great. The Wrecking Ball dies me here again. whenever you are facing an enemy team that has dive characters diving you, I try to save my cooldowns for when they dive me and try to have that mindset. So if I'm playing Moira, I'll try to save my fade for when they're diving me. If I'm playing Ana, I'll save my sleep and my nade, because her primary fire does a lot of healing anyway. That's enough to keep tanks up, usually. We lose both our tanks here, so it's time to get out or die on point. I choose to get out. Third damage orb because there's no one to heal, so might as well get ult charge. I was waiting to ult. I was waiting for my orb to be off of cooldown to ult. It was unfortunate that the enemy tracer used pulse bomb on Orion and he died. Wasn't able to keep him up. There was no one in my team that was left alive that was in my line of sight to heal him with my ult. So I just tried to still be as useful as I could and just use my ult on the wrecking ball mines to clear him a little bit.
The power of destruction.
Our Reinhardt was pushed up way forward, that I felt like a regroup was more important than us dying, so I just let him die. I predicted that the enemy Reinhardt had Shatter and he wanted to use it, so that's why I hid behind the stairs, which it worked out.
Get into position.
Even though my plan was to stick behind our Reinhardt for this round, the enemy team just did a good job diving the backline to where I was distracted a lot by them diving, so I didn't stick with my Reinhardt a lot. I don't know if that's a fault necessarily on my own, or if that's just a really good thing of the enemy team doing. So I'm not sure with that. I could have switched to Brig. That's one of the main things, that if the enemy is running a good ball or a good tracer, just to switch to Brig. I think my biggest problem with this match is I don't switch characters if I'm still alive. I still have that outdated mindset of I can only switch characters if I'm dead, which is totally not true. I can totally go back to spawn while my team is respawning and switch characters there. That's something that I could definitely improve on. I think that's my biggest improvement that I could work on for this match. Alright, that's it for this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be trying to post a video in this series either once every week for sure, or 2 times a week. Hope you guys have a great day.